In this week's episode of On My Bull, is there trouble brewing between Coach Billy Donovan and star Zach LaVine? Not only that, what's the missing link on this team? We'll play a little fantasy GM and figure it out. And last but not least, we'll preview the week ahead in this tough stretch for our Bulls. Right here on My Bull. Welcome everybody to On My Bull, your source for real Bulls content from real Bulls fans. I'm your one and only host, John J, and with me as always is the one and only D Snow from the Go. Tell them how you feeling, Snow.
South side in the house.
Yes,
man.
Sir.
Hey, it's cold out there, it's snowing. And it's been a tough week, man. Tough week for my Bulls, man. I smelt it coming. I didn't know it was gonna be this tough. And last night, that was a heartbreaker. That was a heartbreaker. Yeah, man. I thought we was gonna, maybe show, get them boys some get right or show them something from the last time. And they came to let us know it wasn't a fluke. They came out there and performed, man. That was an exciting game.
Yeah, no doubt. And since you're there, we might as well just hop right into it. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, subscribe, comment, please. Let the world know that this is your new favorite source for Bulls content. All right. But yeah, let's stay right there in that neighborhood. And after such a disappointing and embarrassing loss against Orlando, and I told you last week how I'd feel if it happened. Where you putting your blame at this week, Snow?
I got to go with coaching, man. It's been a hot topic since our last pod, and I mean, it's ran its big head right now. I mean, we're really seeing a lot of bad coaching decisions, including sitting Zach at the end of the game like that. Yeah, I know he was kind of off, but he's the $200 million man. You don't sit him in that moment. He'll make a better decision if he can't make the shot. I wasn't pleased with that. You got to let your veterans do their thing at the end. And Vucevic, wow.
Yeah. Can I get one? Just one, please. You are a vet, former all-star, big money maker, trying to get another contract. Let me get one clutch free throw, please. At home, is that too much to ask for?
One free throw.
That's
one
it.
free throw. I mean, and they both were bricks. Both of them were bricks. I mean, it wasn't like they were in and out. They were doom. He shoot better threes than that. I mean, I don't know. Like, in that moment, it's big. Like, we've been watching basketball a long time between me and you. In those moments right there, this is when the big players step up. This is when the best players on your team, the captains, step up. You got to give us one free throw right there. I mean, to miss both, I mean, that was really tough. That was really tough to go with everything else, with all of the antics he's had lately,
Yeah. But like you said, too, about Zach, he had an off night, but this is what he's paid for. This is what he's paid for, these clutch moments. And even if it's just to be a decoy, get the ball in his hands to find an open man, something like, yeah, I'm putting this one on Billy D. And a report came out earlier today that Zach was frustrated about that. I mean, this is his job.
I can believe it. I mean, and we both saw that. We saw it in his face. Even if you were listening to the radio, as soon as you heard that he was watching these final big moments, they do that kind of stuff to Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Like, this is what they do to players that they feel like are a liability in that moment. Just because Zach was off, you don't do that. And then you play Green in spurts at the end. Like, Green has been one of our most, like, he has not only, he's had some injury problems like everybody else, but when he's on the floor, man, he's productive every time. Defense, fast breaks, he's a solid player. He doesn't make mistakes. Like we said, coaching, man.
He instantly gets the crowd engaged, too. Like, he is a firecracker. Like Stacey called him Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man. I think that's a
I
perfect
like
name
that.
for him. He is Simon Phoenix out there. For those of y'all youngins that don't know about Demolition Man, check that out. Wesley Snipes
It's an old
and
school movie.
Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, but yeah, Billy and these lineups, man.
I mean, but I told you, like, we don't match up well with Denver. I already told you about that game. I knew how that was going to go. I mean, we have zero answers for Jokic. I mean, Drummond plays great defense, but he can't do anything with him. I mean, he is on a tear right now, and they're really just playing well. But the Orlando game, like, I mean, to be down 19 at home to these young baby Magic players that are
that
just,
shouldn't have been.
I mean, that's, and the thing that I have to salute, DeMar DeRozan, because if it wasn't for him, we're not in that game.
Thanks.
He put his head down and just went and started going to get it. I mean, the thing that I love the most is he barely gets wide open shots. All of his shots are super contested. I mean, but that's the thing, though. He goes to his spots. He shoots where he's familiar at. I mean, that guy, I promise you, he is not only a godsend to our team, he has been a revelation. Seriously, like, we have a problem right now, though.
Once
we
again,
we don't know who our captain is. We don't know who our captain is. Yeah.
Another 40-point effort from DeMar gone by the wayside. You can't even feel the effects of it because we took an L. He had to do it all.
I mean, maybe he should, issue one of them statements like LeBron. We don't want to waste his valuable years.
Maybe it's about time for one of them team meetings, players only meetings.
Yeah, I mean, we need one of those Bobby Porter's. Nick, I can't even think of the other guy. What was his name? Nick.
Mirotic.
Nikola Mirotic. I couldn't get it out. But I mean, I really think we have a problem right now because of the fact that we're paying Zach to be the leader of our team, but it's clear that DeMar is. And we don't need to have that problem. I mean, I look at what's going on in Boston, how they share the ball and how things work, but I think that's coaching. Coach makes everybody feel like, hey, it's a system. You're going to get yours. You're going to get yours. We're going to win. And I just feel like we're stuck in the past or something. We're in mud and we're moving slow. We're not developing. We're not showing our young guys. They're just watching. We're losing anyway. I mean, you got to give these guys an opportunity while other guys are hurt. I mean, we have to do something to turn this losing streak around. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, let's see what we got in Terry. Let's see what we got in Simonovic. Let's see what we got. It can't be worse than what's happening.
You got to see.
So with 4 losses in a row, it just hurts. It kind of burns a little bit coming out. When do you see this streak ending?
Well, you see, I got them all black. Because, man, I basically knew I was coming to a funeral today, man. I mean, if you look at our next 10 games, and hopefully, you do like a little snapshot and put them up there, when everybody sees the pod. But, man, it's this next 10 games are going to make or break the Bulls season. We're 6-10 right now. The next 10 games will let us know if we're going to either be a playoff team or do we need to start looking at, what we're doing next year. The next 10, because at the end of the day, yes, we're playing quality teams, but hey, you got to be quality teams if you want to be a quality team. You can't just beat the cupcakes. So, I mean, I just don't know where do we go. We are missing Alonzo. We're missing Lonzo Ball more than people really, really know. Lonzo Ball does so much for our team that he takes the ball out on those out of bound plays. Like you see, they almost got a 5-second call on us for the first time. The second time, out of everybody on the floor, we went to Vooch. Like, I would have rather threw a lob backcourt to anybody but him. Why put him on the line out of everybody? Like, but Lonzo would have made that quality decision. I mean, like, injuries really, really can turn your team upside down, man. And we've really seen that if nobody else has, from the middle of last season to the beginning of this one, where, last season in the beginning, we were a different team when you see us all out there, man. I mean, I just really, really hope that we can get, through these tough times. And I mean, if we can do 5-5 in the next 10 games, that'll show me that at least we're fighting.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I mean, 2-3. We go 2-8, 3-7. That's tough. And as I look at the schedule for what's coming up, I mean, we got Boston next, which we are 1-1 with them. But right now they're on a 9-game winning streak. After that, we got Milwaukee, which right now Milwaukee has been owning us just like Embiid does. We have no answers for Giannis. He goes crazy on us. After that, I mean, we got that young up and coming OKC team featuring the young boy Giddy, and that fresh new name on the scene. The young kid,
Shai Alexander. I got you.
Alexander. I got to make sure I say the name. Shai Alexander. I got that Chicago accent.
Just call him Shai.
Look, I'm the 2022 Harry Carey. Y'all be messing people name. Just call him Mark G. Call him Shai G. Shai G. But I mean, you see, the quality of play that they've been putting up lately. I mean, he's hitting game winners, putting up 40 a night. They have a nice young. I really hate Chet got hurt because I want to see what they're going to look like. They have a nice young squad. I mean, and I think they're beatable. I mean, those are the type of teams we beat last year, though. I mean, but that's the thing. That's the only game in the next 5 that's a gimme. In the next 5 games, we have Boston, Milwaukee, OKC, Utah, which we all see what's going on in Utah. I guarantee Larry going to play with a chip on his shoulder against us. So get ready for that. He probably going to be talking stuff and going crazy. Matter of fact, I'm saying it right now. Larry going for 40 on us. He going for 40 on us. Our defense, because it's against Vooch. It's against Vooch, and because of he is on a comeback tour to show people who he is. But I mean, so like I said, we got them, then we got Phoenix, then Golden State, which Golden State's kind of off and on, but they always tear a hole in us. And then we got that young Sacramento team, which they are on a hot streak. I mean, everybody's going in one direction, the Bulls are going in the other direction. And we need to, like you said, maybe it's time for a team meeting. We need to grab each other up by the coattails and figure it out. And like I said, at least stay 500. We can't lose games like we lost last night. That was utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, no doubt. That was embarrassing. And I think, I don't know, I'm looking at that OKC game. It's a tough game, but I think that's a possible chance to break this streak. So we'll see. Like you mentioned, 6. We got this one home game against Boston, then 6 out of the next 5 out west. So you think we can get a chance to build some chemistry, or you think that hole gonna just get deeper and deeper and deeper?
Well, right now we have to find our identity. We don't have one. We don't have an identity. I mean, we used to really rely on defense, our bench play. All of that has been out the window lately. So we need to really figure out who we are, how we're going to play, and what we're going to do to win games. Once we do that, then we can make decisions on where we're going to go forward. But it's just tough right now because of the injuries and the coaching. Coaches making some bad decisions. I mean, bad subs. I mean, taking Zach out in the end of that game, I really feel like that cost us. There's no reason why he should be sitting down. And I mean, that's our number one guy. And then the biggest thing is you don't want to break his confidence. Like, we just getting the guy back. He's coming off injuries. He's dealt with enough of people in his ear and people talking about him in the press and stuff like that. If anything, at home, your coach should be the person that's giving you the most, confidence. So that's a problem. That has to be addressed, and I mean, hopefully, AK is, watching the pod and, maybe, I know he's guy knows what he's doing, but something's not right now with our team. And I don't think it's the players. Besides Vucevic, we need to we got to figure out what's going on with him. I don't know if he wants to be traded or what, but he's just acting out of character. He's playing decent. I give it. He's putting up numbers, but his defense is Olay. I mean, he's not stopping anybody.
And when he gets frustrated, he just gives up. He just dials it in after that.
Those 2 free throws, he's supposed to take an extra breath and take his time and shoot those.
And despite popular belief, we showing how much we missing Kobe right now. We need to knock somebody that can knock some shots down. But so what do you think is the missing link right now?
Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball. We haven't heard any new, updates or anything like that lately, but I mean, we really, really can use our captain back. He changes everything for us. You see what's going on with, DeMar's putting up 40 in there. They're guarding him full court and then doubling him at the 3-point line. Like, dude, it's amazing to me what he's doing for this team. But at the end of the day, that's too much. It shouldn't be. And that's why I said we got to find a balance of finding out who we are, who's going to be our leader, and how we're going to be winning games. Because we can't just depend on DeMar to do what he does every day, because he can give us those numbers and we still lose. So, but I mean, like I said, I know we can't get Lonzo back quick. So right now we just really need to shake each other up. We need to see the other guys play, like you said. We need to see these guys with the DNPs. At least give them a chance to get out there. Let's see what happens. We're seeing some great rookie play out there. We're seeing a lot of improved play out there from a lot of different players out there. And I mean, at least give these guys a shot. I mean, it might be a shot in the arm for us. It worked last year, but I think it's got to be a trust issue or something with Billy that we don't know about with these other guys.
And I'll tell you what else. Another reason they got to figure it out soon. DeMar and Lonzo only got one more year after this on their deals. They only signed 3-year deals. So if they don't like the direction it's going, our team can change very quickly. Very quickly.
Yeah, I can see DeMar leaving.
There's going to be a lot of money out there for him.
Yeah, I mean, he won a championship. That's the thing at his age. At his age, he's not, just looking to just have fun and put up numbers. He's looking to get rings. And he got so close so many times. I know that's what he chases. So my heart goes out to that guy, man. That guy plays hard every night, man. For real. That's one of my got it out the mud guys. Got it out the mud.
So yeah, and as a GM, you can't waste these moments. He showed a lot of faith in us by signing him, and it's time to return on this here investment and help him out, help him win something.
I think but that's what the Vooch trade was all about too, though.
Well, the Vooch happened first.
But
Vooch was already here.
Okay. I got it mixed up. Okay, but I know they buddies or whatever.
Yeah, but you're right. They did make moves, and DeMar was supposed to be just that extra little piece. But things kind of started off hot and heavy, then it kind of went by the wayside once the injuries started happening. But we're going to change it up a little bit and play a little GM. I got to tooling around with the ESPN trade machine, trying to see what kind of moves we can make to help bring in some extra talent to help DeMar and these boys out. You dig? So bear with me for a second and come along.
Let's say this ESPN action.
They
always putting together something crazy. Let's see what it sounds like.
Okay, so my first idea is a 3-team deal with the Utah Jazz and the Indiana Pacers. I have Alex Caruso and Kobe White going to Utah, with Tony Bradley and Marko Simonovic going to the Pacers, and return Jordan Clarkson and Daniel Tice to the Bulls. Daniel Tice, we had him before. He's a nice staple defensively, block some shots, a nice three-point shooter.
Yeah. He's a solid player.
Yeah, and I hate to give up Alex Caruso, but he's a piece that teams will want. And
that's gonna be tough too. He's a fan favorite. Big time fan favorite.
Pairing him with Kobe would probably fit what Utah's doing down there in return for Jordan Clarkson. So you got to give to get. But Jordan Clarkson can.
Anyway, we can get Lowry back.
I wish.
hey, Vooch. We'll give him Vooch and something else for and our pick. Boy. What Lowry could do for our team right now.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
But that was 2 ways though. He kind of was ready to go. He was frustrated here, so can't just blame the team on that one.
That's another thing. Billy had him coming off the bench.
That's it.
He gave up on Lowry quick.
Billy, your days is numbered, Billy.
He gave up on Lowry quick. So my next proposal, once again, it's not that I want to see him gone. I love this guy, but he's an asset, and teams will want him, especially in the playoff push. So with the New York Knicks, I have Alex Caruso, Kobe White, and Marko Simonovic going there for Derrick Rose and Cam Reddish. What you think about that one, Snow?
I'm sending that in for approval right away. It's stamped. Let's bring D Rose back. I've always been a big Cam Reddish fan. I think he has not had the chance to be the kid he could be. Got that Paul George type skill set. And we've seen flashes from him, like where he could really be something different. And D Rose was playing 12, 13 minutes a game for the Knicks. They got a gluttony of guards that's his size that do what he does. That's younger.
Yeah.
So he's
D Rose and Dragic on the same backcourt. Can you imagine that?
Oh man, dude, do you understand that D Rose could probably give us 15, 16 points a game and probably play 25 minutes for us? Like,
yeah, that's that spark that we need right now.
I wonder why that's not even being like looked at, because it's a low risk thing. And we all know that D Rose, he's a different guy. He's gonna come in and play hard for us. And it's gonna bring some that it'll give us it'll give us something that we need, seriously. That extra leader.
And then given losing the defensive prowess of Caruso to get that back, and Cam Reddish with a bigger body, I think will help our team a lot too. And he can knock down that three.
And the only thing with Caruso, his stock got to be low right now. He has not been playing well. Like he's just the other right now. Like he usually was like a difference maker. His defense, what though? He did take a big charge. He took a big charge on Franz von Wagner yesterday. That got us where and that's what he does in moments like that. Because I've never seen nobody get a charge on the street on the Euro like that. That was the first timer for me.
Yeah, and I think he would fit in good with what the Knicks are building over there.
Oh, of course he would.
And him and Brunson, that's a couple tough guards. That's a problem. So, my third one, and this is the blockbuster. This is to get everybody talking. The Bulls and the Golden State Warriors. I have Nikola Vucevic, Pat Williams, and Kobe White traveling out west for Draymond Green and James Wiseman. What you think?
I'm listening. That
probably got to include the Portland. Probably got to include the Portland draft pick, but I'm fine with that.
Games like yesterday, we wouldn't lose with those two guys on our team. We would have won a game like yesterday.
Yeah. And Wiseman, Pat, same draft. Maybe we could just swap. Both guys will look better on the other side. And Vucevic will fit in perfectly with what they got going on out there.
I mean, you saw what they did with what's his name when he got there? Because he was a first round pick. He really didn't fit in nowhere. Then all of a sudden he got there. I ain't even say his name, but what's the Canadian kid's name? That plays for Golden State.
Looney?
Not Looney, the guard. Small forward,
Wiggins.
Yeah, Andrew Wiggins. Like, I always liked his skill set. I thought he had some game. But those Canadian players, when they get over here, it's usually tougher for them. I think the game must be soft over there. Because we've seen a lot of guys fizz out and some guys just be okay. But, he always had a nice skill set. And that's why I used to kind of knock Steve Kerr, because he did inherit a great team. But I've seen him coach some guys up that got better while they were there. So, I think, like you just said, it might be, I think Boots would fit in perfect there. And Pat would be a bigger like Andrew Wiggins. He actually could fit in perfect,
Yeah. I think it works on both sides.
I like that. I ain't gonna lie. We might need some fresh blood in there, man, because right now it's kind of like when you look at the Lakers team, like they have a lot of great players on that team, but they wouldn't win a championship in the next 10 years no matter what. We have a great team. We have some great players, but let's be honest. We could be homers and love our team forever and say, yeah, we're gonna do it, but it's certain teams that already we know when we see them, people don't even want to watch the game. Because they know, we're losing tonight. So we have to do something to shake that up where we can, I don't feel like we have an edge in some games, and we need to fix that.
And I like the idea of Draymond and Drummond up against the Giannis in the playoffs.
Yeah. I can see Draymond getting the best out of Zach and guys like that too, and pushing them to be better because they so good, and he'll make them see that. And then he'll be that man. Every team needs a guy like him, man. You just don't understand. He is like, I really am a big fan of him. Yes, he gets into a lot of drama. I don't like some of the stuff he does, but when it comes to like what he brings in the game on the court, man, every team needs a guy like Draymond. He really is a difference maker. You know, like some guys are just players in the league. You know, like I said about Caruso. Caruso is a difference maker. He finds moments in the game where he can help change the game, and that's important. And in the NBA.
Yeah, absolutely. Both guys, that defensive presence, it means everything. It can change everything. So we kind of already previewed ahead, but we're going to get a little bit more in depth these next 3 games. Let's try to predict what happens. What's the record afterwards out of these 3 games this coming week? And for those who you that need a refresher, we got Boston, then we got Milwaukee. We travel to Milwaukee. That starts the road trip, and then OKC starts 5 straight West games.
So, like I said in the beginning, we are in trouble this week because right now we are having problems figuring out who we are as a team. We need to get our identity together. We need to figure out, coach needs to make better decisions in these moments, and our players need to play better in these moments. We don't need to be down 19 to a team that's basically hoping to get the lottery pick. They're playing well, but they're not trying to win. They're not out here trying to be the best team. We can't lose games like that. We almost won it, and if we would have won, we still would have talked stuff about it because there's no reason why they were beating the pants off us the entire game. And then, like I said, DeMar just willed us back into that game, but I mean, we have, man, I'm really worried. I really see another maybe 1 and 2 week because we're dealing with a team that's on fire right now that we don't match up well against. And then, of course, OKC, yes, that's a team that's supposed to be tanking, but we've been seeing, Shay G. Shy G. I would love to be a homer and say, man, we're going to get these next 3 games, man. We're gonna show Boston who's boss, and we're going to go out there and we're going to get Milwaukee and hold Giannis down, and But I'm hoping that the Bulls do find that spark and that we do find a way to start winning again like we used to last year. But right now it's looking bleak, especially because it starts at the top and we're having problems with the coaching. So, until I can see cohesiveness and just see things. What happened with Zach, that's a problem. Hopefully that doesn't carry on. And for the fact that the statements out there, we live in a social media world where now that's going to be talked about on every outlet. If we notice it, everybody knows it. You can't do that to the best players on your team. You don't sit them, no matter what. But what you got, man? What you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. That Zach thing could turn into something. I hope it dies down. But the Boston game, I think, can be competitive, but we had a hard time closing down the stretch, so that might be another home loss.
Yeah, because the game we won, they was beating us by 20. And then they let out the gas. And that happens in the NBA if you notice. 20 don't mean nothing in the NBA. If you got enough time left, because guys get comfortable with that 20 and they start just having too much fun. Then all of a sudden, 10-0 run.
Yeah. And I think the Milwaukee game, that one can just get downright ugly. I'm not going to lie. I probably don't really have much of any faith in that game. The OKC game, I'm hoping we can end the streak right around now. I'm hoping we can end it before that. But I think that's the more likely opportunity. I don't even know that we'll be favored in that one with Shay G.
I expected us to win against Orlando. I expected us to be way more competitive against them. So if we're not going to play up against them, what do you expect? We have to show ourselves and the fans that we are more than what we're showing ourselves right now. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a tough road ahead, man.
Next 10 games gonna make or break us, man. Next 10 games will make or break us. It will let us know who we are and where we stand. If we need to go ahead and start tanking or what, but hopefully, all of a sudden in the next month, either we see some type of trade or we see a coaching change. Hopefully we see something because trust me, I think AK is about winning. I don't think we lame ducking like the guard Paxi is. I don't think we got a Cartwright situation, Bill Winnington. I think those days are over. So fans, if y'all worry like I am, don't worry. I think we got somebody that's on the job that's here to make a difference. So let's just see. I've been believing in this fall. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I still got the utmost faith in AK and Mark Eversley. So, any final thoughts heading down these last few minutes, Snow? Anything we forgot to mention to the fine fans?
Nothing really. I mean, we got on everything. I mean, one thing we didn't really talk about, shout out to AO. He's really been playing well this season. Sometimes guys hit that sophomore wall and they kind of, fall off. He's been playing defense well. He's been playing offense. He's stepping into a role he wasn't, basically asked to do again, And, I mean, it's just tough seeing the guys that are playing hard, giving their all, and then we lose like we're losing, because we got some guys that are out there giving it all. Then we got guys that are out there passive. They don't look comfortable, so something's got to give. Hopefully they figure it out.
Yeah, I agree with you. AO is balling, and in that same vein, I'm going to give my shout out to the ageless one, Goran Dragic. Fine wine, baby. I mean, he's just getting better with time. He's doing things that we didn't really see him do in his younger days. So
yeah.
Shout out to that time spent with Luka in the international play this summer.
Hey, shout out to not holding grudges, man, because he could have been like, man, I ain't going to Chicago.
Right. So, yeah. So, as we said, it's a tough road ahead for these bullies that we love so much. Hopefully, we can right this ship with a strong 3 games this here week. And from us here at the On My Bull podcast, let's go Bulls.
Hey, stay warm, Chicago. Stay warm.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and we'll holler at you next week.
On My Bull. Peace out.
On My Bull. Peace.